Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
I Am So Kate Boutique. I Am So Kate Boutique will be hosting its influencers brunch and shopping experience on July 21st from 12 to 4 p.m. at the District Art Galleries in Houston, Texas. To find out more information on I Am So Kate Boutique and their upcoming influencers brunch and shopping experience, please visit the official website at iamsokate.net.
Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of All Things Beauty. Kimby is over here in the background laughing. I think that's just going to set the precedent for today's show. I think that's what you have to kind of be in store for today. Lots of laughs, lots of giggles. This is vacation season and time, and we're coming at you with the hotness. Y'all know how we do here on All Things Beauty. I'm your co-host, Amethyst Black, and in studio, of course, I have none other than Miss Kimby Wesley. Hey, lady.
Hey, girl, what's up? You're looking very patriotic today.
Listen, since I missed the Juneteenth show, and that's when I really was going to come in my Wakanda finest fabrics, honey, I had to come through. But I was really trying to break it out for the Juneteenth show, just so you all know.
Oh, I didn't get the memo. I just came in regular pre-work, post-work attire.
That's fine too. But just so y'all know, I don't know what else is coming up so I can wear out my Wakanda stuff. But it's coming, just so you can be aware. But on today's show, we're actually going to be discussing kind of this week in beauty. Lots of cool things to discuss and lots of things to talk about. But first and foremost, I'd like to talk about what we have on our lips. So as y'all know, I'm the red lip queen, or actually as I like to call it, dark pink, whatever hue you kind of see on today's screen. But I really love red lips. I think it just does something to brown skin and melanin. What do you think?
I agree.
Even though she never wears them.
Look. Okay, so seriously, I had my MAC Ruby Roo on. I had it on for about 15 minutes as I was finding what I was going to wear to work.
What?
And then I was like, oh my God, these people are going to freak out if they see me with red lipstick on. And then I had applied my lip plumper too, so these lips was popping. So I was like, I can't do it. So then I took it off.
Okay, well, I'm rocking, of course, the Fenty Beauty Stunna, and I've used a plum lip liner today, but you really can't see that because I've used at least 3 coats of the Stunna. But you are rocking a nude glossy look.
Of course. So another concoction. I think 4 things this time.
Oh.
MAC Cork lip liner, all-time favorite. A Buxom lip liner. A Buxom lipstick, and then a Buxom lip gloss. What is the name of it? It escapes me, but it's my favorite. But I love Buxom because everything they have is lip plumping, and I like for my lips to look nice and large.
But from my understanding, and I love the Buxom line, it tingles, it smells really minty and fresh and sweet all at the same time. But I feel like after a couple of hours, maybe you have to reapply. That's probably where I fall short, is that I don't reapply like ever. So do you have to reapply throughout the day after lunch and all that?
Actually, no, I don't. It's pretty long lasting for me. So I guess, but honestly, with me just going to work after lunch or after I eat breakfast, if my lipstick is gone, it's gone. You know, that's all you're going to get. You better catch me walking in the door, fresh to my desk. Other than that, you're just gonna get some chapstick lips.
So do you actually see a difference in the lip plumping technology, or
Yes.
it's just really? You think so?
So I like the Buxom lip plumpers, and I like the Too Faced one is my favorite. However, it's a little bit expensive, and then NYX has some good ones that are like $9 or $10. I can tell the difference. They don't make my lips bigger, but they make them like a little bit fuller. It's no fine lines, so I like them. They work.
Nice. Now, if Miss Kimby actually wore lip color on the regular, she could actually use a lip liner to make the round of the lips a little larger.
See, I don't like that.
You don't like that? Why not?
'Cause
Because
it
then you
looks
can
like
control where the plumpness
Because
is.
it looks like I messed up.
Well, yeah, if you get close, but like from far away, I've seen it done nicely on ladies. You don't have thin lips, but ladies who have like the paper thin lips, I've seen them their makeup artists outline, a little over outline their lips, and it actually creates a nice plump look.
Actually, I was doing my godmother's makeup, and so I was lining her lips, and she was like, "Oh, that's not the way that I do it." And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" She said, "Well, I line inside of my lip line." And I said, "Well, that's what you do if you want to make your lips look smaller." I was like, "If you want to make them look bigger, then you need to go on your actual line or above." So that could be something that most people don't know.
Always shopping jewels and crowns and all kind of nuggets of wisdom. So for those of you who are watching right now on Facebook Live, I'd like to let you know that you have about next 10 or 15 minutes just to watch us here on this platform, and then we're actually going to transition off and go to some of our other platforms where you can catch us on YouTube, SoundCloud, all other iTunes platforms. So make sure that if you have any questions right now in this moment, please don't hesitate to ask while we're here on Facebook Live. And then we're actually going to answer your questions and interact with you for a little bit. And then also, of course, transition off. So, Miss Kenvy.
Why don't we never get questions?
Well, sometimes we do. Not
Ask
today.
us some stuff,
I think
guys.
everyone is getting their kind of holiday started early.
But they have to look cute, so we have to tell them what they should wear and not wear.
I agree. Speaking of which, I kind of want to jump into kind of what you've been up to lately, Miss Lady. This weekend, I heard you had a couple of experiences.
Yeah, I actually went and got my eyebrows tinted. That whole microblading thing is a little scary.
Yes.
I'm not trying to do that. That's weird. It is. To me, I think it's like tattooing. So I'm just like, But I actually had a girl that I used to work out with actually reach out to me about being a model for her brand, Dalsy Beauty. So she wanted to, try and see what happens with
Dalsy?
Dalsy.
DOLLZ.
DALSY. Yep. So she was really cool, very professional. Her little shop is really nice. And if you know me, I have very sparse brows, which they look really good. And I should have uploaded a picture. But you can go to my Instagram at naturallykenvy. It'll be there. But she did a good job. It looked really natural. It wasn't too overly done. It wasn't too dark. So
I have a couple of questions. Sure. So it was pain-free, yes?
No pain.
Oh, awesome. How long do you think it will last?
She said that it lasts about 2 weeks, depending on how your skin is. Some people's skin is oily. Some people are like scrubbers
sweating.
When they clean. Yes. So as of right now, I got it done Saturday. Yeah, so it's holding on. I still have to fill in my brows to get the look that I want, but I don't have to fill in as much.
Okay, so are you just filling in like at the front and the middle, or like where do you notice you're filling in?
Just like the back.
Wow.
Now the front, I really don't have to do much in the front, but only the back. Cause like I said again, because of course if it's tinting, it's only tinting the hair.
Yeah.
So if you don't have no hair, it ain't gonna go. But it's.
Wow.
I would say that my normal brow routine is about 10 minutes. This kind of brings it down to about 5 because I still have to get those ends. So.
You know what? You've actually inspired me to really consider tinting. I think I already have pretty naturally full brows. I actually have a unibrow if I let it get a little too out of control. But I do like the concept of having a tinted brow because even I have sometimes the need to fill in the center a little bit. I won't need to do this apparently with the tint, and it's pain-free. And one of my, just to be honest, one of my reservations about the microblading process is that your face moves and shifts, especially if you're, I think, over 35 to 40. You're actually going to notice a little less elasticity in your skin. It's just part of the natural aging process. But with the microblading process, from my understanding, it's essentially tattooed in place for the year or so, whatever duration it's on your face. And so if you can imagine, your brows may start here and then just shift just a few, micro centimeters, but you're in a whole different playing field and you don't want to be looking crazy. And I've seen it, ladies. I've seen it.
The needles is what got me. Like,
Okay.
I'm just like, I'm not really. I have one little bitty baby, little teensy little tattoo, and that's when I realized I'm terrified of needles. If it has a needle, if you want to scare me, put a needle in front of me. So I mean, I guess it works for some people, but I mean, to me, the tinting is, like I said, it's less permanent, and to me, it's easier. Like, I was in there maybe 30 minutes, 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
So I would try that before I would commit to microblading. And especially, and I've seen some of her pictures of people that have like way fuller brows than me. It looks so beautiful.
Wow.
I'm just like, I need more brows.
Wow. So this is not, just to be clear, this is not the process that's going to make the brow look like hair. It's not the hair strokes.
No.
That's more microblading.
No, tinting is
Okay.
strictly tinting the actual hairs that you have. So if you have brow hairs, it's gonna look beautiful. So what she could do for my brows, it was pretty good. I got lots of like DMs and comments and compliments.
Slide in the DM.
It wasn't a man. but yeah, she did a really good job, especially like for her, like, and she's trying to practice and perfect her technique and see
She's doing good.
which dyes last longer, which don't. So she said about 2 weeks, which to me is not so bad, because actually, and I'm gonna admit to this and I probably shouldn't, but I told her that when I actually dye my hair, I'll put the dye on my eyebrows and I'll tint them myself. I don't want to hear it. Nothing has ever happened. I haven't dyed yet.
It's
I'm still alive.
one little mistake and it could be in your eye or something crazy. Can be really.
Well, I'm a professional.
You are. I'm not debating that whatsoever. But certain things are for certain areas, and
She
hair
said
dye is
the
not
same
for the
thing.
face.
She said the same thing. She said it might be a little bit strong, so I guess I'm not gonna do it, and I guess I'll have to go back and let her do them again. But
Kenzie,
it looks really good.
it does look good, but
But she said that the hair dye could be too strong for the face. Okay. But I mean, how much stuff do we do, beauty things that we do that we probably should not do, and probably poke our eyes out, putting on lashes and lash glue with formaldehyde. We're all going to be blind and all this kind of stuff. So everything's bad.
So, with that being said, Miss Kenby,
I'm just saying.
why don't you introduce our next talking point about some recent foundation shades that have come out? Word on the curb is.
Word on the curb. That's funny. Yeah, so Jackie Aina, one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. Shout out to her. So she collaborated with Too Faced.
Yeah.
Because she was coming for them in her videos. Well, she comes for all beauty foundation brands that do not have an extensive shade range.
Yeah.
So if you send your products to her and you only have 10 shades, she's going to let you know that you need to be more inclusive to everybody of every shade. So yeah. So I don't know how many shades exactly.
35.
Oh, 35? I was going to say 40. I was close. Good thing I didn't say. But yeah, so she actually got with them to get the correct formulas and undertones for all women, especially women of color.
All right. Put a pin in that, and we're going to come back to that talking point in 1 second. But at this time, this portion of the show is actually sponsored by I Am So Kate Boutique. I Am So Kate Boutique will be hosting its Influencers Brunch and Shopping Experience on July 21st from 12 noon p.m. to 4 p.m. Don't show up at 4 because you'll miss it. So it starts at 12 noon at the District Art Galleries. Guests will be able to enjoy this season's latest fashions and beauty products as they shop in the vendor room, and also enjoy sounds from a DJ while sipping on bottomless mimosas and enjoying their panel discussion of influencers and fashion icons. Ooh. You can also find out more about this event and the I Am So Kate Boutique by visiting their website at iamsokate.net. All right. So back to talking about Miss Jackie Aina. You're a YouTube guru. You're our show resident YouTube guru. And so for you, I know you can speak to how amazing it is for a major beauty brand like Too Faced to want to maybe reformulate some of their pretty popular products, and looking at not a VP of marketing, not Pat McGrath, but a YouTube guru. Don't you think that that's significant and amazing all at the same time?
I think that is bomb, and I commend companies for putting their ears to the streets in the sense of like knowing like what's going on, because if you have to go to the source, so you can't want to tap into a market of black beauty without going to someone who is big in black beauty. So I mean, we have Rihanna, who's bringing her stuff to the game, and then you're like, okay, who's the next best person to look out for women of color, especially darker women, because sometimes you get foundations and the spectrum kind of stops with like me, because in the makeup world I'm a medium skin tone, or I'm sorry, tan. So it's like light, medium, tan, dark. So if you stop at tan, it's a whole lot of people and a whole lot of money that you're missing out on. So I think that they kind of put that in there too, because black beauty is hot right now.
Well, it's always been hot. One thing about it,
as far as mainstream makeup brands.
Well, even with that, we've always made a way, out of no way. Fashion Fair, and, back in the 60s and 70s, we were popping. So within our community, we've always made a way. But it is nice to now have major beauty brands recognizing that. One thing I was going to say about this Jackie Aina and Too Faced collaboration is that I was recently watching a YouTube video. Naima Tang, who actually is a really chocolate makeup artist. What is she? Are you familiar with her?
No,
Naima?
I've never heard of her before.
Well, she reviews actually a lot on YouTube and Instagram. She's a YouTube guru as well, and she's Somalian in her ethnicity, but she has this beautiful, beautiful, rich skin tone, and she is on the deepest shade that is available. And so she was kind of telling her viewers about her experience with Jackie Aina, and how Jackie actually called her and was like, girl, just tell me, what are some of the things that you're encountering when you're looking at makeup foundations in particular? And so she was actually able to talk to her about it. And she's on the more deep to red side. And so Jackie actually, with Too Faced, of course, decided to have their deepest shade in the more deep to neutral. And so for her, she had to put on like some concealer with more of a redder hue in order to kind of counteract it. But it was really, really neutral. But she was excited that it even essentially matched, because for the longest, Too Faced, all the things, have not really been catering to a woman of her hue. And so that was really nice to just kind of witness that in action. So I'm really excited. I'm also really excited to see what other beauty brands do. I know that for, ever, MAC has had a pretty extensive shade range in terms of their like Studio Fix fluid, but I don't really think it's all encompassing. I know a lot of makeup artists who use MAC exclusively who have to like mix and match certain foundations in order to get the right hue. But it would be nice to have, a few more shades on the warm undertone to cool undertone variety that will really speak to the needs of a lot of women.
I agree. Now, I can say for me, even I've had a struggle with finding the correct foundation shades. I've always had to mix. Now, the ones that actually match me the best are either MAC, of course. MAC is always OG, ride or die. And then also Bobbi Brown. Ooh. If you have yellow undertones, it's a little pricey, but Bobbi Brown is worth it for my yellow undertone girls like me. Yellow, golden, Bobbi
what
Brown.
Shade are you familiar with the shade range? What shade are you in Bobbi Brown? Do you remember?
In Bobbi Brown, I'm number 6, golden. And then with the Studio Fix Fluid and MAC, I'm in C45.
Cute. Awesome. So right now for our Facebook Live viewers, it has been an honor and a privilege to chat with you over the last few minutes. But at this very moment, we're actually going to transition off and go to some of our other platforms and continue this amazing conversation. So if you'd like to see the end of this, make sure that you tune in to YouTube, SoundCloud, or some of our other iTunes, the audio or the visual component as well. Also at this time, we ask that you subscribe to our show on all major platforms, including Google Play and Stitcher, in addition to SoundCloud and iTunes. Also, please review our show on iTunes with constructive feedback. Share this Facebook Live post and the entire show with your family and friends. And also, donate to our mission to bring enriched and inspiring content each and every week. You can donate at www.thesphere.tv/donate. Thank y'all for viewing. See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Okay. So, Miss Kinby, was there anything else that you wanted to touch on with that?
I want to know what your foundation perfect match is, or if you have one.
I do, and I love it. I've now added it almost exclusively to my kit, and so it's a little pricey, but I have two. During the winter months, I really love AJ Crimson, which is a African American.
I've never tried his stuff.
Makeup artist, and he's amazing, really amazing. I'm 4.5 in his. It's called his cream. But I do love, he has for makeup artists different palettes. So in each palette will be like 6 different tubes or trays of different cream foundation. And so you're actually able to use that and pack it up within like not taking up more than this much in terms of width or this much space in your kit. So I love his foundations. Of course, because it is a rich cream, I'm not really going to be using that in the summertime. But I do love to either conceal with his kits or also contour with his kits as well. So multi-use for his brand, and I love supporting other Black makeup artists. But my go-to every day, which is also quite pricey, which I've added to my kit, has been the Lancome Tint Idol.
I've heard
color
good things
4.
about that.
During the winter, I'm usually a 460. Now I'm like more of a 470. But I love, love, love. It dries more matte, photographs exceptionally well. It's absolutely flawless. That's always my go-to for my ladies with really oily skin. And even with drier skin, I can prep the skin to make it more luminous and nourishing for the skin. But boy, do I love that Lancome Tint Idol.
Really?
Woo!
I have to go get a sample because I have to try it first. Actually, what I'm loving for every day is the new, was it CoverGirl, the new matte?
Really?
So one of my good friends, I know Lee, hey girl, hey. So they sent her this massive PR box, and I was like, hey, let me pick a shade. Picked my shade. I'm wearing it every day, nonstop.
What?
It is good. It's not super mattifying, but it keeps me more matte than my usual foundations, but it's good. It's good. So
What is it called? The CoverGirl?
I think it's like True Matte or something like that. It has a black top on it. They just came out with it, and it has a very
Nice.
extensive shade range. So I'll
I
challenge
love
you
it.
to try some drugstore stuff because nobody has the coins all the time. So, but just try it out, you guys.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it.
I love that. So, y'all, we wanted to bring to y'all a couple of tips, just a few, for if you're going to be venturing out into this sweltering heat. And really, at this time of year, no matter where you are, New York, the Bahamas, Thailand, we see some of you on Thailand on the gram. No matter where you are at this time of year, it's really hot, it's sweltering. But if you're really wanting to go outside and enjoy a backyard barbecue or any type of outdoor event, we wanted to make sure that you're aware of these couple of tips. So, first and foremost, my first tip is actually making sure that you prime well. A lot of people like to use a primer. Well, it's not really a primer, but they use it as a primer. It's called Milk of Magnesia. And a lot of times people will take this for different stomach issues, indigestion, all the things. But people have been using it on their face recently. I would say in the last 5 to 10 years as a way to prevent a lot of oil production and even a way to eliminate some sweat. My number one tip is to use Mayhorn. It's a brand that's usually for makeup artists. I know it's a store here in Houston at least called the Makeup Artist Project. And it's something that they have on their line called Skin Prep. And it's specifically for preventing sweat. And so I use it on a lot of brides a lot of times, and it doesn't have any flashback on film or camera, and so that may be one of your go-tos. But no matter what you do, if it's Milk of Magnesia, which I don't recommend for everyday use, or this Skin Prep product, make sure that you're priming well when you're outside and sweating.
That sounds good. I've never heard of that brand. You have all like the makeup artist like tidbits. I guess because I'm self-taught, I'm just like, hey, we're gonna find some stuff.
We're gonna find what works
for
right?
the everyday woman.
Yeah.
I would say to piggyback off of that, to make sure you set your face.
Ooh.
Because we don't have time for your makeup to be sliding. I've heard plenty of men saying, oh, none of these women can hug me with my white shirt on because they're leaving makeup residue everywhere. So make sure that you set, even if it's just a light dusting of powder. Now, I'm a person, I'm beat face queen again this week. But I mean, set it. You don't have to go into a full out bake because it can be drying, but I definitely would say to set your face, because I know what works for me. I'm not really oily, but of course I live in Texas, so it's hot. Layering, I layer, powders, so that helps as well.
I know some of y'all will be going to these all white parties and doing the thing, during the summer.
We need to find one.
We do. But one thing, you just made me think about this when you're talking about some guys are talking about the young ladies hug them and there's makeup transfer. Transfer is a thing. But if you're outside sweating, dancing, moving, no matter how much you prime, no matter how much you set, it's
true.
really going to transfer if you're rubbing up against someone with a white t-shirt or any other type of light colored material. So make sure that you're aware of that. Don't go in for the full frontal hug, sis, if you're not prepared for that. Make sure you get the brother with a little church hug from the side.
I was just about to say that little one-arm, little church hug.
Absolutely. Be considerate, ladies.
On that note, this portion of the show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We are committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are a part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Baptiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Asandra Baptiste at Elite Dental Wellness by calling 713-789-8680.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
So
What else
those are
you
my
got?
2 tips. Be considerate and make sure you prime the skin appropriately. Do you have one more final tip for the people?
I don't have. Let me see.
Well, while you're thinking, I'll give you a bonus. Since y'all asked. For me, even though we're telling you or sharing with you some tips about kind of how to maximize your outdoor look, you may want to also consider keeping it light. So, of course, you can do layers, but light layers, because you don't want the skin to be too, overloaded with product when you're outside and at a party, sweating, dancing, moving. So, I think you should actually try to keep it a little on the light side in terms of foundation or skin care items that you're wearing. But one thing that you can double up on are the lashes. Make sure you're letting the lashes do all the talking. And also lip colors, if you're interested in playing. Even if it's a popping nude, make sure you gloss that thing up so it's really, catching all the light from all the angles. That's my tip.
Highlight.
Yes,
I'm
highlight.
here for the highlight. I will put highlight all over, everywhere, especially if I have something that's like off the shoulder.
Yes.
I
Hit
am
that décolleté.
highlighting my décolleté. I am highlighting everything.
Yes, agreed.
I'm everywhere.
You know what I've recently fallen in love with, and I'm sure there are countless other brands. I know Rihanna, the Fenty line just recently released something like this, a powder, something that is like in a puff that you can put on that will illuminate the skin, the body part of the skin, not the face. But what I've been in love with is this brand called La Rock, which is Carol spelled backwards. It was the name of the founder, and it's really for people with sensitive skin.
Is that really what that was?
La Rock?
Girl.
You never knew what that was?
Yeah,
her name is Carol.
All right.
First name. And so she has this body shimmer that I am literally in love with. And I can no longer, I got this when I worked at Sephora a lot, but they no longer sell it in stores. So I have to now get it exclusively. Either at Ulta, sometimes I can catch it, or sometimes at like just online at the La Rock site. But oh my God, it smells like heaven and clouds in a bottle. And it gives me everything I need. It has like this oil with it. So it does something to the skin, especially brown skin, y'all. So look at the La Rock Skin Perfecting Shimmer. It's so awesome. And I like the kind in bronze. They have different shades, like golden, but I like that deep bronze. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to bring you some so you can have it.
Yeah, bring me some, because my old trick of coconut oil and then going over top of it with my regular highlighter, that's what I do.
That works too. But this is like a one-stop shop, you know.
Clearly, Amethyst is the fancy one, and I'm just this regular Joe.
You're not, but you know what? I love
improvise.
that we have these two different perspectives to share.
But
that's so valuable.
As much money as I spend, as much stuff as I think that I need on YouTube that I see, everything I see, I think, okay, I think I need it. But if I can dupe that thing, I am going to dupe it.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I think a lot of it, though, also comes from because we both are working makeup artists, is that if you're going to charge an actual cost, whatever your fee is as a makeup artist, you want to make sure that you actually have some staples in your kit.
Well, you have to have good quality.
Of course. And you can do good quality with duping. Of course you can. But I'm saying, like, you have to have a couple of things in the kit to show the people. Because people are going to be seeing that. If you're going to go and get your makeup done, you at least want to see, like, one product that's, not everything dupe. But I do agree with this duping. Like, y'all can get your lives on the duping level. You really can.
Well, I'm going to dupe for me, and I'm going to splurge on my clients.
I love it. I love it. All right, y'all. So with that, we're actually going to bring to you one of our last segments that we have that we're going to be talking about in beauty this week, which is all things power. How many of y'all saw the premiere? Did you see it?
I stayed up. I watched it at 12 when it came on. I was like, yes. I was so excited and I was so mad.
So no spoilers, but did you enjoy it, or were you looking for more from the first premiere, or the premiere first episode? What?
So after, I don't know how many people, I guess, actually have the Power app or whatever. So actually, after you watch the episode, there's another segment where the creator, Courtney Camp, kind of recaps her thoughts behind the episode, which I get what she's saying, but I'm just like, sis, that's not what we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that she knows what's best to keep the show going, but I'm just like, sis, I didn't want that. Like, I want you to be killing folks already.
Yeah.
But of course, if you kill off everybody, then
There's no one.
where's the show gonna go? So, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm ready for next week.
You know, there were lots of twists and turns, I think, for the first episode, not to give too much away, but I was expecting, some of the main characters to come out with guns blazing and, like, lots of blood and gore on the first episode, but that's not what I got. But it was really, it gave you something to think about. I thought there was definitely going to be a definite ending, and towards, I guess, the last 15 to 20 minutes, it was a couple of twists and turns, and I was like, whoa, I didn't expect that. So this should be a riveting season. I'm looking
I just
forward
want to see
to
50
seeing.
Cent. I used to love.
Wait a minute, not 50.
Girl, I used to love 50 Cent.
He's 50.
Like, that's fine.
Oh,
We can
really?
work it out.
So, y'all, just to pause 1 second. Prior to the show starting on today, Kimby and I had a quick little conversation about dating preferences and age ranges. And so this is so interesting to hear you talk about.
This is
He
not a
gotta be your
regular
daddy
man.
age. What?
This is girl. I used to drink when vitamin water
Kendi.
first came out and they only had the one flavor, the grape. Girl, I used to love
You were
me some
with
50
it?
Cent. Yes.
He's so mean, though. Do you follow him on social media? He is so rude.
I think I like a-holes. I think that's why I'm single.
Wow.
I don't know. Like, don't ask me why. I don't know.
Really?
I think that's what I usually attract. So anybody like you could be
But
mean,
I'm saying,
be
wow.
mean to other people, but be nice to me. But it never goes that way. But I like 50 Cent. I've always
What?
liked 50
And that
Cent.
is so interesting to me because I never would have guessed that from your personality. You're humble, down to earth, welcoming, nice. Like, I would not have guessed that.
Like, he came in, I'm here.
What?
That takes me back to like Get Rich or Die Trying, the album. Like,
maybe it's
yes.
the bad boy thing. I think every good girl kind of likes a bad boy deep
And
down.
it never works out.
Yeah, but still, we still like them. I think maybe that's what it is. Cause
I don't know about like
sis,
So I just
really?
be like, I mean, even though Omar Ghost is
Omar
he is
Ghost.
so dreamy.
Oh yeah, Omari. Yeah,
but
yeah.
since they put Kanan back, I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Kanan, go shoot somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
Beat somebody up.
People were talking about Omari because they said he's short, but I'm like most.
All celebrities are short.
I was gonna say most celebrities are, honestly, especially the guys, they're really tiny.
Yes.
They have to be. All that power packed in those little packages. They gotta be like over the top. and
Even like
talented.
Tom Cruise, they say he puts lifts in his shoes.
No.
That's what I heard.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
and I mean that could be what makes them want to be what makes them strive to be such big
Yeah.
stars is because I mean my dad's little. I call my daddy my little daddy. So my mom always says because my mom is taller than my dad.
Really?
Yes, my mom is
Okay.
5'9", and so she's
What?
yeah, my mom's tall, and so that's why I'm so little. Is because they're so small.
Wow.
And so she always says, whenever I tell her about a guy, how tall is he? That's the first thing she asks. She's like, I don't want no little grandson, and then I gotta buy him a Maserati because he's gonna have little man syndrome.
No.
I'm just like, lady, little people need love too. Because I mean,
That's
everybody's taller
hilarious.
than me. I'm only 5'1", so as long as you're taller than me, we're good. But anyways, back to 50 Cent. Holla at your girl. I'm just saying. I like
Hilarious.
it, but
Yeah. Oh, I guess talking about show crushes, I guess Omari would be my go-to.
Of course.
I was feeling Dre for a second, but I can't anymore.
Dre
with
doesn't do a thing for me.
his Nigerian butterscotch. I love
Nigerian,
guys.
but no. Give me some caramel. I don't want no butterscotch.
But Omari is, of course. I mean, I think that's just it's a
Tommy's
given.
even kind of hot to me.
Tommy in a weird way. Yeah, I
Tommy's
never
hot.
imagined myself going in that direction, but in a weird way, Tommy
He
is.
could take me out.
I think for me, it's the loyalty. Tommy, to a fault, is loyal, and I love that. I think that's really admirable, like characteristic in a guy. But I feel like he just loves Omari, like he's his own family. I feel like there's a real definite brotherhood there. I don't always feel like Ghost, it's reciprocal in that regard, but I think Tommy is like all in. Like this is a brotherhood for him.
Well, when you trying to go straight,
Yeah. Absolutely. So one thing that we wanted to bring to y'all today is talking about some beauty looks on Power. I know that Tasha usually always goes with the kind of
I never like anything
simple
Tasha has on.
can be
Never.
this
I'm sick of them wigs.
simple face, and we didn't include a picture
That's
of
not
Miss Tasha
Tasha.
today. We did not include a picture of Tasha.
Tasha's the black one, duh.
Can be. As I was saying, we I've noticed that Tasha usually goes with a clean, simple face, and
No, she
sometimes
doesn't.
sometimes she plays with the lip color. You have some opposition to that, ma'am?
I mean, from a whole like a style perspective of both between Tasha and Angela. I'm Angela. I like pumps. Yes, like I'm here for her.
Cute work
She's
attire all the
classic.
time.
Right, that I'm that girl. Tasha be looking like a sister girl.
Well,
She has a. I understand that is her character to look like a sister girl, but I'm just saying like y'all got money now. You know, you don't have to
That's
wear
her thing.
every piece of clothing that you have.
That's
She
her
always have
thing.
on a sweater and a belt and some like you do you really have to have the belt and the coat and the purse and the this and the that? Like how many things do you need, bag lady? Like how many things do you need? But I'm
but
pretty
when
sure
you
that
think about her makeup, though, she's not rocking no smoky eye, no glitter cut crease. She really does keep the face simple and the eye simple.
I think she had pink lipstick on.
That's what I'm saying. She usually
Okay.
does the talking with the lips. So you agree? You talking about no? She don't. You agree? You just said
guess.
it.
I just be
She
like,
plays
why
with
she
the
got
lip
so
color.
many clothes on? I mean, I know I've never been to New York, and I'm pretty sure it's cold as heck. But I'm
Not
just
all
like,
year round. Now it's hot there.
well, this is last season,
Season.
so you know, it was
Yes. So that is something what I was going to say is that I'm proud to see a woman of a really deep, rich brown hue play with so many lip colors on a primetime kind of network show.
I
Because
can agree with that.
oftentimes, a lot of, brown skinned women, especially in the deeper hue, don't really want to play with lip colors. I can't tell you how many women I've interacted with who are always like apprehensive, like, no, I don't want to do no red, no orange, no bright pink. I can't do it. And I'm like, you can really rock any lip color as long as we, line the lips correctly and make sure it's the right shade of the color. We can make it work. But I'm
Very
really
true.
proud that to see her kind of like representing for the Chocolate Sisters.
I tell people all the time that I love deeper skin tones because color just pops on
it
them.
does.
Especially like blues, purples. I'm just like, do it. So if ever I get a client that's of a darker hue, I'm like, okay, let me put some color on you. Please.
Absolutely. Now, another, I guess, main character in the show is Angela Valdez. And we have a picture of her getting her makeup done for the season 5 premiere recently. And I like this look.
I
It's
love it.
very premiere appropriate. Soft. I'm of course the makeup artist isn't done yet, but what we can see now is just I think her brows are naturally thick, so I'll
That
start
looks
there.
so good.
But I like that she didn't do like a really, really heavy eyeshadow, just a brown kind of brick color in the crease. She also has some nice highlight, but nothing too over the top. It's not giving me today's like Instagram beauty standard, but I do like that it's a flawless glam
Yeah,
look.
it's natural glam. I love it. That's my go-to for if I have a client. I'm like natural glam. So it would look something very similar to that. Even though she be getting on my nerves. Her character, not her character, but she looks very effortless.
Yeah, effortless
All
glam.
the time. So I enjoy that. And I love the bone straight hair. Love it.
The middle part is so Cher inspired, and I'm with it. She's like Selena and Cher combined to me. That's what she's giving
You
me.
know who I think is a baby Cher? Demi Lovato is giving me early Cher vibes.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know her. Okay, I have to
Demi
look.
Lovato?
Girl, I don't, is she a Disney Club member? I
She
don't
was
know.
on Disney.
See?
She's grown up now, and
Oh, yeah, I
she's
don't
giving
know.
me young Cher vibes.
Wow.
Like tan skin, dark hair. Like I was like, this girl is like a baby Cher.
Really?
Yeah,
But
so
it looks good on her.
It looks very good. It looks really nice.
Okay. I'll have to look
So,
into it.
I love
Yeah,
Cher.
I think Cher's just such an iconic beauty, especially for women of that, shade range. They can
Like
definitely
olive
pull
skin
up-
tone?
Yeah, the olive skin tone. They can definitely pull that up. So pull it off rather. So if you're in that shade range family, make sure you look into a Cher look. I mean, you can't go wrong. Like even today it's still popping. As we saw IE insert Angela Valdez getting ready for her premiere, pulling off a little Cher look. Same thing with
love
Sade. I feel like that's just an effortless look.
Is that
You're
where
gonna
you
do
get the
that
red
long-
lip from?
Exactly.
She's always gonna have
and
a
she
red
was
lip on.
rocking that middle part for the longest, or a nice little, bun or
Low
chignon.
ponytail.
Yes, like for years, and it's just so effortless and classy. We need to be talking about Cher because she recently came out with a new music video. Have you seen that?
No.
Girl.
Do we have more time? I want to talk about this Aaliyah collection, and that just came to my mind when you said like classic and stuff. And I was just
How could I forget? Absolutely. Please, please.
You sure you want me to start?
Yeah, I do.
You know I'm the bad girl.
Aaliyah collection.
I'm like
Mac.
Bobby Brown of the duo.
I went in actually. First of all, I can't believe I forgot to mention this. I went in this weekend on Friday actually to look at the Aaliyah collection. I'll let you read your ad.
Really quick.
Okay, that's fine.
Hold on. Alrighty, this portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere TV. Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with our strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv.
Yes. So the Aaliyah collection, amazing. They have really good popping red. They have a darker hue, kind of like maroon color. They have a highlight for her. Just some really good staple pieces that I love. They were out of a lot at the store I went to in Rice Village this weekend, but ladies, look into it.
I watched an Ellery review, and of course Ellery is of a darker hue, darker skin tone. After watching it and seeing her thoughts, I was like, it could have been a little bit better, in my personal opinion, because
I agree.
They said that, well, from what was on, what I heard was that this was based off of things that were in her actual makeup bag. So just because you have something in your bag doesn't mean that you necessarily wear it. So, I mean, and I think I agree with her. She said that maybe if they would have had different collections for different iconic videos that she had, I think that would have been excellent. But to me, it was like it was like a 90s, like grungy type of, and I'm just like, do I remember Aaliyah like that? She was always like fresh faced to me, not much, like just kind of enhancing her. So I was just like, can we get like a part 2 of the collection? Like, can we get some more stuff? Like,
I feel like they did it bigger for like the Cinderella collection or the Nicki Minaj collection than they did for Aaliyah.
I think the Selena collection was better. I think Selena and Mariah Carey were excellent. I'm still upset that I didn't get some of the pieces from the Mariah collection, but I was just like, they could have. I wanted a little bit more.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think that's just, I mean, look how quickly both collections that we just talked about, Selena and the Mariah Carey collection, sold out stores and online. And this is still lingering on.
It's kind of like, because I feel like I want to feel the person's essence or whatever, their aura with this collection. Like I've purchased both of the Patrick Star collections.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
It's a good deal. To get the deal is good.
No.
And he has good stuff, and
he's also a racist, so he better have some good deals and some good stuff.
Well,
because people are not checking for you, Jeffree Star. No,
not Jeffree Star, Patrick Star.
Oh, we love you, Patrick Star.
Girl, you done too many stars.
Patrick Star, we love you. Yes, he's my Polynesian
That's
friend.
What I was gonna say. Wait,
absolutely. No, it's that Jeffree Star.
Because you're about to make me go throw my stuff away. Don't do that.
Wrong star. But yes.
Yeah, Jeffree Star, child. You know. Anyway, but yeah, and I was just like, I really wanted to go out and support, and I had people, asking me about my opinion on, and I was like, well, first of all, the bronzer ain't really.
Really?
It wouldn't even bronze me.
And he's deeper than you, I feel like, when he tans well.
The Aaliyah collection.
Oh, okay.
That probably would have been an all over face color for me.
Yeah.
So I was just like, maybe they can do a part 2, because before I buy something, I watch several reviews.
Yeah.
And so like not just African American, I'm watching everybody who I think is gonna give me the A to Z on it. And I just heard a lot of the same things. We're excited that you acknowledge her, and people have been waiting for this collection for so long, and then it's like here you go. Stuff like I've never seen her with the orange glossy lip. Not that I remember. I don't remember her wearing, deep maroon colors. I mean, yeah, she had some, futuristic far out like videos, but I'm just like, is this really her essence? I was just like, nah, I don't think so.
Interesting. Hope you're listening, Mac. We're ready for part 2.
We need some more stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I had to get that out because I forgot about that when you brought up iconic, classic people. Because you got to shout out baby girl Aaliyah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, y'all, we're at the point of the show where we're actually going to introduce you to Tip Tuesday. We've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks, here and there, mentioning it on the fly. But this week, we're actually going to formally introduce our new segment, Tip Tuesday. Yes. Okay, so for this week, my tip... Listen, there are a lot of sales going around. Everyone's having, an amazing sale for the 4th of July holiday. Make sure that when you're shopping, ask yourself this question. Is this trendy, or is it simply a trend, or is it a staple? I think that if you kind of ask yourselves those 2 questions, is this a trend or is this a staple, you're actually not going to, overdo it on the shopping. At least I hope you won't. I've been looking at a couple of deals. Insert Zara. And I got a cute yellow suit. I cannot wait to wear this suit. It's like a peplum jacket with the matching cigarette pants. Everything I needed. But the top and bottom were both like $60. So together, not each. And so for me, that's more of a staple because that's something I can wear every spring because it's spring, and summer.
You can do it separate or you can together.
Hello. Thank you, Kenvi. You can do it separate or together. So that's my tip. Ask yourself when you're shopping and looking at some amazing deals during this holiday season that you are asking yourself, is this a trend or is it a staple?
Side note, I purchased a Zara order as well. And half of it had to go back.
Why?
Because it was too big. Everything was too big. A pair of shoes and I think one top I kept. And I ordered like 6 or 7 pieces.
What?
Shout out to Zara. I don't know who's making your clothes, but please keep in mind the little people, the little petite women.
Petite.
My tip would be, because I'm catching a lot of these sales.
Yep.
I'm already a basics type of person anyways. It's some certain staples that I have to have that can go with anything. So if I want to buy a trendy piece that I know I can only wear at some time, I already have something to put with it. But I don't know. Wear sunscreen.
Yes, absolutely. When you're out here in these backyard barbecues and all white parties, make sure you sunscreen it up. That's so important for brown skin.
Sunscreen. Yeah, that's my tip. Everybody burns. We're not trying to catch melanoma or none of that. So yeah, get you some SPF.
Absolutely.
That's
all right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here on another episode of All Things Beauty. Miss Kimby, tell the folks bye.
See you guys next week.
Bye, y'all.
We'll be back.